Everybody who mad at Nike by Colin Kaepernick. You know what I finna do? I finna wear my Nikes today. Yeah, my Bron Nikes today. You mad at Nike? You big mad. Why you mad at Nike? Nike ain't did nothing to you. Who is you? You ain't nobody. Do it. Just like Nike say, just do it.
Enough with the BS Pod. You are rocking with the best. Rocking with the, welcome to the best. Rocking with the best. Rocking with the, welcome to the best. Rocking with the best. Welcome back to another episode of Enough with the BS Podcast. My name is Tyler Butler. I don't have my right-hand man next to me today. I always said that we would never be separated by a female, but a female has separated us today, Florence. But on the line, I definitely got him. My right-hand man, Josh Smith. And this is Enough with the BS Podcast. Jay, how's everything going down there, sir?
It's going good, man. You know, a little stuck in the house. I'm a little afraid to go outside. But
it's all right.
You know, we're gonna make this show happen, though. So
yeah, we're gonna have to pull a first take type episode off today. It's funny because a lot of our listeners been emailing me and were saying, you know, why don't y'all do a show without music one day? We want to be able to hear you a little better. I like music in the background. It gives me a little bit more energy. But today, out of certain circumstances, thanks to Florence, there will be no music on today's podcast because I got Josh on the speakerphone. But Jay, man, we done took a couple of months off. Everything being good?
Yeah, I'm chilling, man. You know, definitely ready to get back at it. So.
Yeah, we done took some time off, man, and but we back this week. This episode, we're pretty much going to recap week 1 of the NFL season. Also, there were some major storylines with Colin Kaepernick and the collusion situation with Nike. People are setting Nikes on fire. I can't believe it. I don't know what the hell is going on there. And then there was that blow up with another Nike athlete, Serena Williams. We will get into all those topics today. But before we do, I have to own up to Branthrax. Fellas, play the music. Yeah, Sweet Caroline. I lost the bet. The Dallas Cowboys, the woeful Dallas Cowboys, lost to the Carolina Panthers. I think I was supposed to say that the Carolina Panthers are the superior team of the Dallas Cowboys. That was part of the deal, Jay?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, okay, so I'll say it again for those who miss. Brittany Brandy, if you're listening. Branthrax with the hearts. The Carolina Panthers are the superior team over the Dallas Cowboys because we got waxed. We got shellacked by the Carolina Panthers. We're going to try my best to recap this game since those of you who listen, I am a Dallas Cowboy fan and Josh is a Carolina Panthers fan. Dallas lost 16-8. It was kind of a defensive game. Once I break down the stats, neither team really did anything offensively, Jay. Yeah, Carolina had a total of 293 yards to Dallas 232. Yards per play, Dallas averaged 4.1 compared to Carolina's 4.8. A big factor in the game was penalties, Jay. Dallas had 10 for 85 yards, but Carolina had 9 for 80. But what was interesting was the quarterback play out of really both teams. Cam Newton was 17 of 26 for only 161 yards, no TDs, no picks. Then you had Dakota Prescott. Yeah, good old Dakota, who threw for 19 of 26 for $170. No TDs, no interceptions, but there were plenty of balls thrown at people's feet. John, I know you didn't get to see the game. Did you get
unfortunately
to see any statistics or any type of recap?
Yeah, I saw the box score, and like you said, both teams played terrible on offense. Like, I'm kind of glad I didn't watch it because it doesn't look like it was an exciting game.
No, not
but
at all.
I will say both teams can at least hang their hat on their defense. Dallas, you guys, that's the only good thing that came out. Your defense looked, I'm assuming they look solid, holding us to 16 points and Cam Newton to 160-something yards. So you do have that to look forward to. But Dak's got to get it together. I know Cam, he does have these games every now and then, but he's capable of going for 200-300 yards. I'm not sure if Dak can do that this year.
Yeah, that's going to be the major problem with the Dallas Cowboys. And see, I got ridiculed so much because I kept calling Dakota the Black Tim Tebow. And everybody was like, nah, he's better than... No. I just would like to apologize to Tim Tebow because you were better than Dakota Prescott. Yeah, Tebow led his team to the playoffs, and he picked up a playoff victory against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Dakota's 0 for 1 in the playoffs. He didn't do anything last year, and it looks like he's picking right back up where he left off from last season. Throwing the ball at players' feet, missing wide open receivers, holding on to the ball too long, throwing it when he should have been running it. It's the same crap as last season with Dakota Prescott. And no, I would never call this Negro Dak ever again with all that buffoonery he was doing this offseason with the national anthem, which we'll get to that a little bit later. He will always be Dakota in my eyes, and Dakota looked like crap. Point blank, period. Jay, did you get to look at any highlights of Dakota? Anybody talk about him?
No. I didn't see the highlights, unfortunately. I refuse to watch Sportsman. I just can't flip through it anymore. I just don't.
It's awful.
Just can't stomach it anymore. But, again, just looking at the box scores, he's got to, Cam got to do just what he wants. Cam don't mean that you get fast. You look like you didn't have a great game yourself.
Cam did not have a great game.
Throwing for 100 and something yards a game now. Come on. I'm going to need you to get a little bit more. We got Atlanta this week. They came off that tough loss. So, and Cam's from Atlanta. He's known for throwing games. So, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do this week.
And at the beginning of this podcast, guys, if I was yelling, I'm sorry. Dakota gets me a little emotional. I don't have my brother here because it's freaking hurricane. We are in the Carolinas. And how did I forget this? Those of you in the Carolinas, because we are a local show, if you're listening and if you're affected, prayers go out to you and your loved ones. I hope everybody made it safe. I think there's been 5 deaths so far. Is that correct?
I think it was up to 7 last time.
It's up to 7? Okay. Yeah. Prayers for all those families. Guys, get away from it if you can. Definitely don't stick around. It's nothing to play with. I know the category has dropped some, but from what I'm hearing, it's going to be a ton of rain, which is what kills everyone. The flooding. Not the wind, but the flooding itself. So get out. Go somewhere safe. Listen to our podcast. Feeling even safer after listening to this show. Unless you are a Dallas Cowboy fan. Because we're in some trouble. We are in some trouble, Jay.
You think?
Zeke had 15 carries for 69 yards. But compared to Cam Newton had 58 yards rushing. So I'm like a quarterback almost ran as exact same as our star running back.
That's a low number of touches for the guy. I don't know if you got to feed him more than 15 times.
Exactly.
It wasn't like he was out of the game.
That's the situation. How is the Dallas Cowboys going to be a running team that doesn't run the ball? That makes absolutely no sense to me. I didn't understand it's Jason Garrett, and that's what he does. Like, he's just an idiot. I'm pulling for Dallas to lose every game so we can finally fire this clown and move on and get a real head coach, somebody young and innovative, unlike John Gruden, which we'll get to that clown later as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't like Gruden, man. He's a pompous little prick.
Derek Carr looking more and more like his brother every day.
Yeah, Gruden reminds me of Urban Meyer, man. Just like, I hate arrogant coaches. Urban deserves it. He's one of the greatest college coaches of all time. But, I mean, come on, man. You have some little quarterback camps, Gruden, and now you the man?
Exactly. People forget he got fired in Tampa Bay.
Exactly. Terminated,
yeah,
sir. And nobody else hired you for 11 years or however long you've been going. 18.
Yeah, you worked for ESPN for 15 years, and your record is 0-0, and people forget.
Yeah, he throw them little quarterback camps.
He definitely finessed everyone.
Yeah, no, don't worry. We're going to get into Gruden next. Yeah, he's coming up. Chucky, whatever you want to call this fool. But back to Dakota. There was 4 things why I think he stuck up the joint outside of the fact he's garbage. We don't have our Pro Bowl center. Mm-hmm. He's going to be out. I don't know how long. He has that disease or sickness that I don't know if he's coming back this year or if it's next season. He has to gain his strength back. So that's a main factor. He lost his center. There's no Jason Witten. There's no security blanket for you to throw the ball to. Jason Witten was also an excellent blocker, so that's 2 key people from your offensive line that's no longer there. We don't have any wide receivers, Josh. Watching that Carolina game, it ain't like y'all got... Josh Newman does not play for the Carolina Panthers any longer.
No, it's gone. It's gone, yeah.
And our receivers could not get separation to save their lives.
Who is y'all number 1 receiver now?
I don't know. Cole Beasley. I believe it's Cole Beasley, which that speaks for itself.
He's a slap guy.
We traded for Tavon Austin. Don't even use him as a receiver.
Oh, wow.
Threw the ball at him one time, and he got in the game for 2 fake reverses. I'm like, come on, man. Use what you got. And also, man, Dallas did not play Dak or Zeke in the preseason. Dak played 1 possession. Zeke didn't play at all. They look like they ain't played in a year. And that's going to equal to rustiness and a bunch of garbageness. And that's what I seen out of the Dallas Cowboys in that game. But that wasn't the other game. Well, the only game for week 1. There was others. Let's get into it. The Rams shellacked the Raiders 33-13. To me, Jay, they were eating up the middle of the field. One middle of the field that was occupied by Mac, who's no longer there.
Yeah.
Because Mr. John Gruden.
That's what I was going to say. Gruden, I think he done. It's like it's his way or the highway. He's a his way or my way or the highway.
Yeah.
Kind of guy.
Yeah.
And like they were a good team. But he's like rebuilding a good team. And he's trying to build it up from scratch, where it's probably not what they needed. They just needed an extra little push.
Absolutely.
To get them where they needed to be. And now I feel like he's just tearing down the whole team and rebuilding. And this might be a long season for the Raiders.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. His very first move, they let go of their second best wide receiver. They let Crabtree go.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they signed Jordy Nelson, but he's kind of washed right now with all those injuries. And then you let Khalil Mack walk because you said he wanted too much money.